Next example, also out of section 4.1, is about angles and standard position and how to draw them. In this example, we're just asked to draw these angles and standard positions. We need to remember what standard position is. Start with your axes. You can draw a circle. And your initial arm is always the exact same place, right here, initial arm. You can think of it as the positive x-axis. And if you're given a positive angle, you're going to rotate up from there. So I need to go up 50 degrees, which puts me with my terminal arm here right in quadrant 1, and I can label this as 50 degrees. A reminder of the quadrants: they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, which in lots of parts of math you wonder why they're numbered that way, but in trigonometry this actually makes sense, because if you start with your initial arm, you are going to rotate in a positive direction through quadrant 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So you normally don't have to label initial arm and terminal arm, but for the first example I've done so. The next one, we're asked to draw 7 pi over 4. Now, it's not given in degrees, so it must be radians, even though it doesn't say so, and that's something you want to get used to in trigonometry. If you're not given that it's a degree question, it must be a radian question. 7 pi over 4 is slightly less than 2 pi. You may get good enough at radians that you're able to draw this directly in radians, or if you need to, over on the side somewhere, you say 7 pi over 4 radians times 360 degrees for every 2 pi radians, and you convert so that you can tell yourself what it looks like in degree measurement, which you're probably more comfortable. So you get that that's 315 degrees. Start with the initial arm in the exact same spot and rotate in a positive direction 315 degrees. So 90, 180, 270, 315 puts me halfway into quadrant 4, and I'll label it as 7 pi over 4 as my angle. Now the last one, I threw in a -1 just so we could see the difference. Still start with your initial arm in the exact same place, but you go rotate in a clockwise direction now, 200 degrees. So 90, 180, and a little bit more puts me into quadrant 2, and I label -200 degrees. So just to review real quick which quadrants these terminal arms ended in, because that sometimes will be a question. 50 degrees terminated in quadrant 1. 7 pi over 4 radians terminated in quadrant 4, and -200 degrees terminated in quadrant 2.